Greetings, flesh creatures. It is I, Megatron. On behalf of TFYLP, I want to congratulate you for listening to the most refined collective podcast on this miserable little planet Earth. Yes. Here you'll find knowledgeable fans discussing every aspect of Transformers and beyond. Now, enjoy the show while I continue my path to complete conquest of all of you miserable biological entities. Predacons, terrorize!
Hey, welcome to TFYLP, episode 607. We're live tonight. It is Wednesday, December 18th. I'm Lucas. I'm joined tonight by Beanie Guy, Paul.
Hello.
And Christian.
What up? I'm never first.
And Phil, what are you doing?
Trying to point to where the people are at, and I had to look on not my screen that we're all talking to each other on, but the screen for the YouTube.
Right, but I think you're pointing in the wrong spot. So
I'm definitely pointing the wrong spot. When I pointed to me, it finally worked. Oh, Parappa the Rappa.
That's right. I guess that's who I am. Spitting image here.
Yes. Thanks to Lead for pointing that out.
Yeah. We were trying to figure that one out. So there you go.
It's not a cosplay. I just wanted to wear the hat.
It's cold outside.
It is.
Quite a man.
It's so cold. I bought these beers and they were warm, but I just left them outside for a few minutes, and here we go.
Oh, dude, it's like 60 degrees here right now, and I don't like it.
It is 28, but there's a real bitter wind out there.
It's been foggy for like a week.
It just sounds like my brain half the day.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah, it's one way to go. Lucas, what's our topic tonight? We're talking about something. I think here.
It's winter. Is that what we're on topic? Because we're talking about winter. So
the winter solstice.
Yes. Winter is almost here, right? 3 days away.
What Transformers light your darkest hour, Lucas?
Mm-mm.
There you go.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That's a question. That's a real question.
They made glow-in-the-dark Transformers. That'd be an easier one to answer.
How do you glow-in-the-dark Transformers? Surely I have some somewhere.
You ever put a black light up to your collection, Phil?
Yeah, back when I was in college, I did.
It kind of looks cool.
Yeah, I haven't done it for a long time.
It's surprising what parts light up and which ones don't. It's some figures completely light up. It's really cool, but you just don't know till you try it.
So what you're saying
was the club's Nexus Prime. I did that. It's very cool.
So what you're saying is that's what I should ask for Christmas is a black light to put in my collection room?
Yes, but you just can't leave it on for a long time because it is UV light and it will do plastic damage.
Ooh. Oh, that's rough.
So don't
do that.
Use that as your primary lighting.
It's like an X-ray, just you put one hand in,
yeah.
You do it in moderation, you're cool.
In moderation, yeah. Just don't be weird about it.
So
how I've got giant lights upstairs for my thing? If those were all black lights, my collection would be ruined. So don't do that.
Okay, fair enough. So Talib is asking if this was the top 5 show. It is not the top 5 show.
It's not.
Next
week.
So Phil was suggesting that, but we said, we haven't had time enough to prepare, and we're always prepared here at TFYLP. So, we figured we'd give it another week to think about what our top.
Actually, I wrote questions for everyone to direct their thoughts to prepare. So
I appreciate.
No one
was be prepared.
No one replied to my prompt on that.
Yeah, because it was not a good question.
Your top HasLab of the year? Top Transformers HasLab of the year?
Top Transformers HasLab of the year. There's 2 possible answers, and neither of them really apply to this year. So
that's the joke.
You guys are burning each other. You're both burnt to a crisp right now from each other. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Boom.
Cool.
Well, I mean, I thought, we were going to talk about the price action that's been going on the past 48 hours.
Is it gone even further down? Is it gone as far down as the stock market did today, or?
Well,
as
maybe that's
far as
part of
I've
it.
seen it stabilized Sunday.
Okay.
Not the market, but the Wally.
Yeah, I was gonna say the market definitely did not stabilize Sunday. So.
Yeah. It stabilized at rock bottom. It was great. If you're not buying stuff from Walmart right now, you're insane. Like, it is.
I went and did
really...
my Retro Prime return again today.
Me too.
I'm super annoyed because Christian has been really great about sending us all updates as far as like these, the price changes at Walmart, right? So he sends it to me and I'm like, ooh, hey, that's significantly cheaper than like what I bought it at before. So I like bought it. I like get it. I went and returned the other thing to Walmart, right? And then he sends me another thing like a couple days later. It's like, oh, hey, it's like gotten even cheaper. And I normally wouldn't like return it again, but like it's so much freaking cheaper. It's like ridiculous. Like, so
that final round was pretty ridiculous.
It's literally bonkers. Like there is no rhyme or reason. Like, just look at the pricing. It's 1103. Oh, now it's 976.
Right.
Yeah, 40th anniversary bombshell was like $10.
It's 1008.
$10.
I think it's still 1008.
Well,
so what's Ferric? Ferric was like $2.
Ferric is $10 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lowest one I saw, I think, was the Star Wars Black Series, got to like $5.73.
The leader pack, right? Here, I got it right here. The Thundertron leader pack, right? It's literally like this is the price of a deluxe.
It's less
than a deluxe.
It's less than a deluxe right now, and you get 2 figures in it. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's sold out now. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
dang, how does that happen? How does really cheap shit sell out all of a sudden? I don't understand.
But it was Transformers, G.I. Joe Classified, Marvel Legends, Star Wars has a Black Series across the board. Like, there were like stupid low price, and Amazon was matching those prices. So even if stuff is off of Walmart, swing over to Amazon, you might be able to find like that motor math you just held up, Christian and Lucas. That was $22 on Amazon and Walmart.
That's brand new.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's what
brand new.
Like, this is the thing is like, I wasn't going to get that, like, because the Hasbro sale, what was Pulse sale or whatever for Black Friday, was this about that price? I can't remember.
I think he
was 35% off.
Yeah, so I guess it was probably similar. And then, oops, apparently we lost Phil. The Galvatron.
Yay,
Armada Galvatron, that was the other thing. Like, I was like, I'm not going to get this crap. Like, I've been shitting on, and Christian, you even prefaced it, that you're like, well, Lucas, I shouldn't even send this link to you because, like, you hate Armada, which I don't hate Armada. It's just not my favorite. Huh?
You do hate Armada.
Yeah, so I bought it, so there you go.
I hope you like it. I really like that deco. Well, I'll leave that for next week, but it did surprise me.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to open some of this crap up now for next week, huh?
So it's stupid cheap at Walmart on its own, that Armada Galvatron. But go to GameStop and it's like, buy one, get 2 free. It's insanity. Everywhere. I've never seen a bloodbath like this. It is crazy. I don't think that's good. I don't think this is a good sign.
And I can't take advantage of it because I already bought all of it at full price. I bought 2 Ferrics at full price.
Well, and so this is part of the reason I was talking about, Christian, that I don't know that I want to buy stuff off Pulse anymore because, like, Walmart, like, when I bought all this stuff at Walmart or Amazon or whatever, I can just be like, yoink, and, like, go drive down the street and return all the crap and rebuy it. But, like, if I buy it off of Pulse, I can't do that.
So I have another note about Pulse because they messed me up today. Messed not just me, a lot of people up. They sent out a bunch of, hey, we need to tell you about your order emails. And they used to be like, hey, your item will ship soon, or hey, your item is delayed. Now it's one email. It's one of those two things, and you can't tell which. You scroll down, and so they've delayed a bunch of stuff by 3 weeks while Amazon still has it coming in first of the year. And like, I don't need stuff first anymore. We don't have a review show anymore. But like, why are you delaying stuff? Hasbro Pulse, you're supposed to be like the #1 outlet. Don't do that.
I mean,
all I would be doing is like guessing at why that is the case. So I don't want to jump in there, but I feel like it's a luck of the draw thing. You know,
Probably.
Right.
And some people like
what we sort of decided.
It's like,
yeah, and a lot of
container ship got offloaded first, right?
Well, yeah, because I assume that some of the shipment is allotted prior to it arriving. You know.
Yeah, probably.
And it's not like oh, this got here first, so we send it to GameStop. It's like, no, that's Amazon's order. You know, like they're full on huge order, so they get it first. You know, they got it before Pulse did, because Pulse's order is still not here. But I wanted to mention that, Lucas, what you're saying sounds like good advice, but you are forgetting that some things only came from Pulse, even when they weren't supposed to, like the Autobot 5-pack. Where is that? Pulse is the only place that got it, because their allotment came in and none of the rest did. For whatever, maybe they just said, we're not going to sell, bad.
Wait, the Autobot
we're canceling
5-pack,
orders.
the one that I got from Big Bad Toy Store?
Did you get it from, so they got some too?
Well, like, I don't know when it,
Yeah,
like, are we talking about the original Autobot 5-pack, like, or
the one that came
one
out
with
about
Hound
8 months ago?
right,
the one
right,
with
right.
Hound.
Yeah, they came out months and months ago. Like, I didn't realize it was an issue nobody else got.
It was a lot of places didn't get it, or it was only that's why the thing is like $150 right now.
Oh.
I don't know if you've looked.
Well, I mean, that was still a decently expensive set on its own anyway,
$80.
right?
It's doubled in value.
Right.
I mean,
right.
because
well,
they're
I mean,
earning it,
there's
because
some stuff
they didn't all get made.
There's some stuff that's like crazy expensive though.
Yeah, I guess I'm just saying, staving off Pulse, that's a gamble. You know, you're still not going to be 100%. You know.
No, I think Lucas and I have talked about maybe splitting a membership and going after the exclusives that way.
It's not a bad idea. It's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Getting
Well,
all
like
the stuff, all the retail stuff from Bezos has been much faster and much more reliable. Plus, you could do the returns thing if you have an issue. And Pulse, you can do returns. It's just much more difficult.
It's just, yeah.
And the site is now worse since they moved off of Shopify.
Yeah. Well, what were they thinking? I'm trying to figure out what was the hang up that someone had in corporate that's like, our store just won't work this certain way. We need it to be fixed. You think it just was cheaper?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if it's a lesser experience, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of what I do for work.
Yeah, fair. I mean,
can see a little bit of the signs there.
Any store I see going
about
off Shopify is crazy. They're insane.
Talib's talking about Studio Series 86 Grimlock. Like, what is that at right now? I mean, it has to be just...
Well, I mean, that came out 5 years ago. That's not an apt comparison at all.
Oh, no. Plus, he's coming out in the next fall.
Is he? Like the G1 one?
That's what everyone talks about, but I'm kind of worried that there was some static in the air, and it's really just the G2 Grimlock.
Well, G2 Grimlock is in the Legacy line, and G1 Grimlock is back in the Studio Series.
Yeah, let me just confirm that. I'm pretty sure you're right. I've been having doubts. I've been worried.
You have info that I don't have. Yeah, please.
I've been like, is this Grimlock actually coming? Because we need that. Everyone needs that.
Right.
Well, I think since the mold's back out getting run again, they'll run it again.
Well, now the FYI, speaking of Grimlocks, they're all expensive again. All of them.
Oh.
Shattered Glass one, the even the yellow one. The yellow one's probably the cheapest, but the comic edition is also very expensive. And people started realizing, oh, those swords are important to me.
Right.
Oops.
Talib says that we need a community Pulse Premium subscription to share. So,
and let's like publicly announce that we're doing this.
Yes.
right.
We're scamming you.
I was gonna say, just asking for a friend, Paul. What's the maximum number of figures you can order on Pulse Premium?
Well, it depends what the limit. It depends what the limit is.
See,
they've
that'd
actually
be our only problem.
They've locked that down a little better than they had in the past.
Right. It's not unlimited at this point.
Not like it once was.
Yeah.
Lucas, did you see Phil's message that he wants to come back with a different account?
Oh, no, I did not see that. What account?
I don't know. He sent it to you, not us.
Oh, yeah. Here, hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
Yes. Okay. Straight from the horse's mouth here. Breaking my very long NDA. That is basically the equivalent of crucifying me if I break it. Meaning I don't have one. Grimlock is coming in September 2025 with his good buddy Megatron.
Oh, that'll be that assortment? That's cool.
That is going to be rough.
Oh, is Megatron a leader as well?
Well, in name, yes.
Well, right.
Hopefully, in actuality, because if it's that same mold again, we already had the Megatron show. We don't need to do it again.
Yeah, but that is a big. If we, I mean, I'm assuming this is kind of the year-end show, right? Is that true? You're going to do one next week? Okay, I probably won't be able to do it, but that is still one of the big hanging mysteries of Transformers right now is what is 86 Megatron going to be?
Oh, he's going to be a gun. That's 100% happening. Yeah.
I heard the opposite.
Yeah, no. Why would they make him anything else? He's in Studio Series. He has to be 100% accurate. He's absolutely going to be a gun.
What kind of gun?
Walther P38, man. Licensed and everything.
Licensed.
That's it.
Dude, that would be a great 50th anniversary figure.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
That would be absolutely bonkers. But another. We are also supposed to get that MP36 reissue.
All right, yeah.
And I did a toy show this weekend, and I had not 10 people ask me if I had an MP36.
Wow.
And this was a podunk place. Well, I shouldn't say that. That's really too mean. It's my hometown. So, I just was shocked that many people even knew what MP36 was. They didn't say weird. Megatron. They said MP36. I was like,
even I don't use the numbers because I'm not an MP guy anymore.
I'm just like, I love you. Like that's the kind of person I just have a 5-minute conversation with, even if they're not buying anything. Just like, I love a Transformers fan. At a generalist show. It's super fun.
Been that guy. We've all been that guy.
So what else? I mean, I don't think there's a lot of other Well, what are the Swapticons?
What are the Swapticons?
Swapticons?
I have
There's
a feeling
some sort of linking and twisting that make them convert. So
maybe this is the U.S. Iteration of the concept of those weird like whatever those toys that were those Beast toys in Japan that are coming out.
Oh,
maybe it's like
that's
the U.S.
mystery too, but yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe it's the U.S. like equivalent of that line because it seems like we're going back to the good old days where Japan could do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Just a guess.
Yeah, that's kind of suspicious. You're right. Okay. Yeah, what are the Swapticons? What is the football crossover?
There you go. I mean, I really don't care, but
we kind of talked about it. It's either football or it's the helmet or whatever.
Yeah, it's just not interesting to me personally.
Swapticons sound fun. I mean, like, it just for me is like a parent with younger kids.
I mean, you don't think it'll have any fiction, right?
I don't think it'll even. I think it's going to be like stuff we've already seen. Like what I mean by stuff we've already seen, I mean like toys that we already have figures of. Like I don't think it's going to be like Bot Bots where it's all brand new characters.
Oh yeah, we've seen the
yeah.
character listings. It's older guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Megatron turns and Galvatron together are a toy, and
Ravage and Shadow Panther are together.
Yeah.
Like that's
So,
kind of
yeah.
interesting.
So it's like it's almost, I don't know if there's an equivalent, but like it's like a triple changer, but the robot. It's 2 robot modes instead of
Is
two
it just
balls.
Crash Combiners? That could be interesting.
Yeah, it's Crash
Yeah.
Combiners.
Or Crash Combiners plus twisting. I'm only saying that because that's what the product thing says. It's something about the heads and then twisting. That's who knows.
I mean, that sounds fun for kids.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Hero Masters is back, but not called that. That's weird.
Right.
It's called like what? Mix Masters?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally
Called
different.
not gonna buy that.
Mixmaster is not among them.
Yet.
Ooh, mystery from the Constructicons next year, Paul. What does that commander pack look like?
Oh yeah, I mean we already know what the robot looks like, so I guess that is the only mystery left, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean now that we've
will be
seen
the answer.
Silverbolt, my expectations are like down here.
I like Silverbolt.
It could I do too, but like for the extra stuff, like what they make out of it, I was like, well, they
Right.
just kind of do whatever. They'll make a shape.
Well, there's
Cool.
2 bots in the Constructicons one, so that'll be unusual as well. Because it's long haul and hook.
Yep.
Weird.
We shall see.
It'll be weird.
Hey, Paul,
Also,
do you
yeah,
happen to
it's
know
weird.
Sure Shot is coming out ever? Like, is it in any of the listings that you're aware of?
Nothing. It's really
Didn't
unfortunate
I tell you that was coming?
What?
that it was or wasn't.
It is. It's in the Target 4-pack.
Oh, that's cool.
Do we-
I didn't know that.
Do we think it's do we know it's in the Target 4-pack, or do we think it's in the Target 4-pack?
No.
Okay.
So we must know the other ones then, right? Because I think all that we
There's
knew was there was a Bumblebee or
Something
something.
with an Optimus, an animated Optimus. Is it a different color? Is it Nemesis? That's unknown. Horrible. Sure Shot.
Horrible's
And
the one that we
okay.
knew that I knew
Yeah.
ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
And the core Dinobot has moved over there too. Should be weird to have a core
Oh.
over there, but
Oh, that's cool.
get Beast Wars Dinobot.
Yeah, the
Got
one that
it.
didn't come out, the one that got so okay.
one
So the
with
canceled
Sure Shot,
stuff,
They're both over there now.
the canceled stuff is actually coming out. Then that's great. So it's kind of like the Hound thing getting thrown in. Well,
Yeah.
it's a totally different deco, but yeah, it's like the Hound thing.
And
that-
also the Hound
It's
toy,
nice.
that 5-pack still isn't out for most consumers.
Hey, we chatted about that while you were gone, actually.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you missed
But
out.
thanks for backing me up, Phil. You're
Yeah.
the best.
Well, because I was like, what are you talking about? I got mine fine. And Paul's like, no.
My presumption
both.
on that 4-pack is that since it's, there's a core in there instead of another deluxe, that we'll have a couple more paint ops than we've been seeing on those packs.
Or
they've
the
kind of
shrinkflation.
fluctuated in terms of, because we've had, wasn't the last one 4 deluxes? We've had a lot of them that have been 4 deluxes. And this is Animated Prime, and that's a Voyager.
We had a Voyager and 3 deluxes this year. We had a Voyager and 3 deluxes last year. And we had 4 deluxes the year before that.
Yeah, it's switched around a bit.
So, but we never had a Voyager, 2 deluxes, and a core. So
No, but I feel like that's like the equivalent of like 4 deluxes.
I don't know.
Right.
Maybe there'll be some weapons. Maybe there'll be
Go
some
find
paint. We'll find out in 6 months.
Maybe there'll be a Zodiac in it.
A friend of the show will find it at Walmart, and we'll all be like shocked and amazed.
So weird.
So
Anyway. Yes, Sure Shot's coming, and that's where he'll be.
okay, good. Well, thanks.
That's
Exciting.
Oh,
I
yeah.
appreciate it.
What?
been set.
You know what? It's a
With
core because
Sure
Sure
Shot
Shot
and
will
Orbital
have
in
Sure Shot will have the Target Master.
Hmm.
That's what it'll be. So 5-pack technically, or 6-pack if you want to count Kreb.
If you're counting that gun, you got to count that little dude.
Yeah, Kreb. What is Sure Shot's Target Master? Someone in the chat tell me. Is it Pinpointer?
Who's
No,
Sure
that's
Shot a
Crosshairs.
remold of?
Trippy Dippy.
New mold.
Oh, new mold. Oh, dang.
Yeah, someone tell me. I've been awake for too many hours to remember all the Target
Spoil
Master's
Sport.
names. Thank you.
Yep.
I gotta go track down that Earthrise remold of Ironhide that I passed up on.
Crosshairs?
Yeah. I don't even
Oh,
want
you
to
done
call it
Crosshairs?
Crosshairs. It's like, no, because it like barely looks like
Not very
Crosshairs.
good.
Right.
But it's the only one we'll probably ever get. So
They could
Exactly.
remold that Sure Shot into Joyride or Crosshairs if they wanted. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in 6 months.
right.
Kind of surprised we didn't get a Mirage remold into Slapdash.
I agree. Or Hurricane.
Yeah.
I was saying Turbo Master since Siege came out, so.
Didn't we? Is it
Slapdash?
Amazon set?
He got remolded into Leadfoot.
That's right.
That's a
Leadfoot,
different
not
guy.
Slut. Yeah.
Also a yellow guy, but different guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Different yellow and blue race car.
Okay.
Yeah. Power Masters are next, I suppose. Or, the freaking Omnibots.
I mean,
I'm
Power
still
Masters,
kinda
they did the
surprised.
Decepticon jets.
I'm still kind of
I'm
surprised
surprised that there's no
Omnibots have
Omnibots.
never come out, right? Because we had a third party Omnibots that are coming out, so
It was weird that we had the Power Dashers coming. It was like, oh, Power Dashers are here. But that means they're going to do Omnibots for sure. No.
yeah.
It was like Power Dashers and Reflectors. Like, oh, the mail away guys are here. No.
Is there anything weird with the licensing of those toys or characters? I mean,
Not when they've shown up previously.
yeah. In fact, that we got an alternator version of one. Says I guess they can make them pretty easily.
We got kind of an alternated version of 2 of them.
Yeah.
And then they were part of that. What did they call that in Takara Land? They were part of that contest, and it eventually ended up making Deadlock. That
I remember. I remember that.
And
I was
Corden
like-
was part of it, and Alpha Trion was part of it, and Silverbolt out of the Beast Hunters Grimwing was part of it. Weird times.
Man, Alpha Trion has kind of had a not quite as heavy, but a RC resurgence over the last couple of years in terms of how many Alpha Trion toys we had 5 years ago to compare to how many we have now.
That is
And
true. I mean, we've talked about that too. Wing Thing, I think, is another one, right? Where we've gotten a couple of those.
Yeah.
And we're getting another Alpha Trion. He's on the way.
Yeah.
Incremental
Still
improvements.
interested in how Nexus Prime will work.
Say what?
I'm still interested in how Nexus Prime will work.
Oh, and how? Okay. I thought you said in-hound Nexus Prime. It was like, the what?
Nope, just I want to know how that dude will work.
Did we talk about this, Christian? Maybe next year's commander is him, and he's a shell. He creates some kind of shell, Motormaster and Superion do. And then you can put almost any of the guys in him or something, and he's maybe very scrambly, Then that would mean they'd have to push off Onslaught to the next year. But it's already weird because they're only doing one Combaticon. And they showed him in the Cybertron Con artwork spread.
Mhm.
There he was.
There's Vortex. Hey, I'm here too.
Hey, Alpha Bravo, what's up?
I kind of hope we get a Selects Alpha Bravo. Like, it's just silly. Like, show up, fine.
Well, I like the idea that, like, okay, you created a new character at some point, bring it back.
Yeah.
Like, so often they, like, create new characters, and unless, like, new character's name is Windblade, it, like, never shows up again.
Yeah. I just think it would be neat.
Yeah.
It takes a certain amount of time for something to really, you have to miss it to want it. And I think they get that.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of missing of Drift, although he did have the movie appearances and whatnot. But yeah, the white race car Drift has been missing for a while.
Bizarre.
Yeah, I don't understand it because I really thought that he was going to show up. I felt like we didn't get him because he was in what RID 2015, right? Or was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was in Cyberverse.
In Cyberverse, but like they don't have a show that he's in right now, right?
Nope.
But it's weird.
It's not like
he
they
was
couldn't
like in
do
all that
an orange
stuff.
redeco of it to be, the red one.
Right.
Yeah, but those
Well,
other drifts suck.
yeah.
Like compared to the real one.
Right.
Like maybe they're trying to distance themselves from the overly somewhat culturally insensitive depiction of drift. And be like, let's disassociate for 10 years, please, and then we can go back.
It's now been 14 years since the last generation of Drift came out.
That is crazy. There's a third party one coming.
It's not generation.
Only one?
It's not. No, there's more than one, but it's actually kind of interesting. I mean, I don't really talk about third party stuff ever, but this thing is kind of cool. It turns into a little sedan that's from an anime.
Yep.
And now they're releasing it. They're releasing chase versions of it. Rude.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. Like it just shows the chase one just shows up randomly, right?
Like what, 1 in 100?
Yeah.
I've been asking around to try to figure out because it's lost. That detail gets lost in translation.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Drift is odd. I've back when we were doing microcasters like regularly, I think I've said at least twice figures would be remolded into him. That punch counter punch from Power of the Primes, I thought for sure would do it. And then when Point Blank came out, I thought that would be a Drift. I was like, this feels like a Drift toy. No. Nope.
Wouldn't you rather just have a new one?
Sure.
That's
Like,
I don't
what
really
world does
get.
a dude like Point Blank get a new mold and they never use it again? Like, that's so strange.
Well, they tried to use it again.
That's true.
They tried to, and they realized that was a stupid ass idea.
It was a stupid ass idea.
Thank God they didn't do that.
Who are they going to reuse it on?
They're
Point Blank again
Yeah.
with the new head.
Oh yeah.
Big bad idea. Someone stopped the presses on that one. Thank goodness. But I don't. That's funny. I just want to make a comment on you, like guessing the mold that he's going to get remolded from. I don't like spending a lot of time on that. I want it to be brand new. Forget that shit.
Right.
It's not like it used to be where you could like kind of do that. You never really can predict it anymore.
But I'm just saying, like, don't be stoked for like the remold. Like I want a new toy. I want a new, brand new thing that's supposed to be Drift. That's the problem with some of this stuff. Is it's like half-assed both characters are trying to create. Like Sideburn. That thing is awful. It is a piece of garbage. So is the other one that came with the Cyberverse chick, and she should have been cool. Like she needed her own unique, awesome mold, or should have been one of those, the guys that transform and take the parts apart.
Yeah,
Weaponizer.
They were doing a whole year of Junkions where you could do that.
Yeah,
and she does that thing. Yeah, that's a swing and a miss.
Instead, we sort of got Axle Grease.
Kinda.
Some people did.
I saw one of those at the toy show I was at. One axle grease, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Hello, darkness, my old friend.
$300.
It was 45. It's reasonable.
1 Bitcoin.
This is a very Christmassy show.
So, Christian, is there anything that you're looking forward to or hoping for Christmas? Any Transformers?
I do have one on the way that my mom got me for my birthday / Christmas because my birthday was on Sunday. And I'm getting the comic edition Shockwave.
Ooh.
I think that'll end up under the tree. I also, for my birthday, but for eventually when it shows up, I was able to secure a bump of chicken Optimus Prime convoy.
Look at you.
I hope the store I ordered it from ships it. We'll see. It'll be bumping.
Nice work.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be a unique piece at least for a while.
I think so.
Yeah, maybe a month.
We'll see.
What happened with the last Bump of Chicken toy? You remember?
The Bumblebee?
That we released.
They made more.
Right.
There's a second run of Bump of Chicken Prime coming. It's already on the pipes in Asia.
I can't imagine, like, with something like that, right? Like, they want to run as much as possible for that kind of stuff, right? So it's like, I could see where it's like, okay, let's make it exclusive for a little while, and then, all right, open the floodgates. So
yeah, you make it exclusive first to... You make it exclusive at first to drive up demand and create this kind of false scarcity, because otherwise a lot of people are like, I don't really need it. It's okay looking. But then as soon as you make it scarce, now it's like, oh, okay, now I want this thing. The lack of supply drove up the demand.
Absolutely.
Well, then I fell for it, but I didn't pay terribly much for it.
Well, I'm not trying to say. I still think I bought some too, Christian. Okay, so I'm not trying to goad you or anything. I still think that's going to be a super rare prime in the not so near future, because it's still hard. It's going to be hard to get even when it gets repopulated.
Right.
BBTS tends to get like if they make like 5,000 to 10,000 more, like BBTS seems to be able to get a chunk of them. Right. Like they did for the other one. So I don't think it'll be impossible to get, but don't expect to pay a Voyager price for that thing. No way.
Right. Well, it's like that burning convoy, right? Like that thing is... I haven't even checked on it for a while, but I mean, it was expensive to begin with. I'm sure it's like way more expensive now.
It went a little
down. The movie one?
Yeah, I think it might have gone down actually.
Oh, did it? Well, maybe I should get it then.
Burning Convoy is a Beast Wars figure, Phil.
Well, Lucas, when I say down, it's like just a little bit less than what it was. It's not like it bottomed out.
Okay. All right. Not to my price range yet.
It's probably still above 250.
Oh,
but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was breaching 300.
I feel like I can't justify that. I'm sorry.
I don't think it's worth it.
Right.
No.
At all.
I have one. It's not worth that. I didn't pay nearly that much. I was in the initial allocation.
Right.
You gotta really like Beast Wars, to want that.
Right.
I do.
Yeah, plenty of people do. Not saying they don't. I'm just saying.
Lucas, what are you looking to get under the tree?
Well, I mean, I have a whole pile of Transformers that I just got from Walmart, so I'm trying to think of if there's anything else that I had asked for. Cause yeah, like I really kind of cleaned up like all the last figures that I was holding out on. So I think there's a few that I wouldn't actually mind getting, but I didn't specifically ask for, so I probably won't be getting. So think those last couple Titans, like the Nemesis or whatever, like I wouldn't mind getting that, but you know, at this point it's probably too late.
Just keep waiting for Ollie's. He'll show up there.
Right? One day.
I mean, it could. Just the way some of this distribution like gets weird.
Right.
Yeah.
I never saw Battle Traps or Cheetors, Studio Series, Rise of the Best, you know, Battle Traps or Cheetors on the shelves anywhere, and they're at Ross and Aplenty now.
And Macy's.
And Macy's.
Or Toys R Us, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want to kid yourself.
That's weird.
Though I saw those on shelf originally, but it was like one and done. Like they had really low numbers of that, which is stupid for when you have a movie coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Paul, anything you're looking forward to getting?
Well, yeah, I guess I treated myself to a few things. Like I got this Walmart thing was really good because right before that I bought a lot of expensive stuff. So it was like nice to have a breather. But this is what I got on the way. Cybertron Con Brawl. Numbered 200 exclusive in China.
Yeah.
Cybertron Con 86 Prime with the sticker sheet and the slipcover. I don't think it's limited as much as that one, but it's cool. for a I just love the wild variants like that. You know, it's not that wild, but just we don't have that sticker sheet. We don't have that slipcover. The artwork's good. You know, it stands out when you actually see it in person. So I thought it'd be cool to get one of those.
MPM?
Yes, MPM 15 Brawl with a completely unique, like illustrated box art thing on the front. I think it's a flap open thing. I think I think you can see the toy inside. And what was the other? Oh, Pink Pony Prime, baby. I secured one of the blockies.
Nice.
And that is a big deal. So a friend of mine, we went in together on a big buy from a contact in Asia that like was able to go to the thing and got a hold of it. And that seems like a pretty good, I paid a lot of money for that stuff, but it seems like a pretty good deal when you can't get stuff from China very well. It's really hard. So some of that stuff should show up probably not before Christmas, but before the end of the year. And I'm pretty excited about it.
That all sounds fun. Phil, what about you?
I had on my Christmas list, and my wife is always kind of bad about this because she either, like, number one, companies need to start doing generic boxes for shipping around Christmas time, because when you ask your spouse, partner, wife for something, and they don't normally order that kind of thing, and suddenly there's like a BBTS box on your front porch when you get home from work, like it's a pretty good indicator. It's like, oh, it's my wife's name on the on the mailing address there. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what that's going to be. And like this time she was like having problems like with the website in terms of like, why is it not letting me click purchase? You know, what's wrong here? So I'm 99% sure I'll be getting a Ocular Max hotspot. So usually go for a little higher priced third party thing, you know, and the wife asked what I'm looking for, something that I would, you know, maybe not buy for myself or wait around for a while to buy for myself kind of thing.
That's nice.
So does that mean you now are on the hook for the other guys?
I've got First Aid. I missed out on getting Streetwise, so I got to track him down. And what Groove is out now as well, right? So yeah, I'm gonna make all of Defensor. But I saw someone like walking around the show floor with Defensor in hand. I'm sorry, with Hotspot in hand at TFCon, and was like, oh, that is like I was interested in it, and then when I saw someone holding it in hand, it's like, oh yeah, that's a big honking toy right there. That's like he's the size of like RID 2000 Optimus in terms of like the size of the fire truck. You know, so he's nothing to sneeze at, and it's like from what I saw, it's much heftier.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing with the Commandos. At least I think I am.
Oh, have you changed your mind?
I opened Rollbar this week.
Yeah.
I was reminded why I don't do third-party stuff.
Oh no. Hey, you know what? I'm really looking forward to buying that at TFCon Chicago next year.
Should I just send it to you now?
From him is what you're saying?
Yes.
Right.
Christian, is there a QC issue, or you just don't like the feel of it and the transformation?
Transformation, yeah. It's all fine. It looks pretty. It's just the weapons don't have places to go in all the modes, which is strange for something that's all built in. And then just like some silly transformation engineering. And I get that they had to do stuff to make it do the all built-in stuff, but like...
Right.
The heals, like the robot mode heals gave me like 40 minutes of trouble because the instructions don't tell you how to disengage them. It's like, why? I mean, the most random thing.
Do you have to have a splinter?
Not for those, but I did use it for other pieces. It's just it needed to move a tiny fraction out from its housing, and then you can fold it. It's like, just say that. Anyway.
Well, and then the crappy thing about those two is like it'll be some small little thing, and like you'll watch like different toy reviewers do videos on the transformation, like, oh, and you just do this, and like also they do it like that. You're like,
yeah,
right.
That I don't know what you did to accomplish this thing.
Shout out to Imgo's Just Transform It video for that one, because I was going out of my mind on that one. I was like, clearly this is supposed to fold. The instructions say to fold, but there's another piece of it that you need to do. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to open Rotor, and then we'll see. But yeah, I'm just reminded. I think it's mostly that I bought, I guess, thousands of Hasbro and Takara products at this point, and I know how they all move. And third party doesn't follow those conventions. They just don't.
You can say the same thing with like MPs.
Yeah, and I guess what else I don't buy.
Right.
So yeah, we'll see. Hey, chat, what are you guys looking forward to get for Christmas or whatever holiday you're celebrating? If you're celebrating a holiday, let us know.
Two front teeth, hippopotamus.
Why do we not have a hippopotamus transformer? It feels like a remold of Rhinox. Any of the Rhinoxes.
Right.
Yeah, we never gotten a hippo transformer? Wow.
Nope.
That feels like a real miss there.
Back in the Beast Wars Beast Machines days, I really thought it'd be cool to have a hummingbird transformer, because then the beak would be a lance.
Mm-hmm.
But that's never happened either.
No. And just like when you think about like they did a bunch of weird animals too. Not weird, but like kind of outside the norm animals for RID 2015. And the fact that we never got a hippo, that very much feels like an omission.
I don't know.
Yeah, Talib says he never uses third-party instructions. I'm the exact same way. Like, if there's not a video on it, I mean, I'm just screwed.
Yeah.
It just sits in some half-transformed mess on the shelf, because like half the time with those, like you get it halfway through and you're like, I can't go back now. I don't know how to go back.
Yeah, that's me in the Masterpiece. What is it? Black Leo Convoy. Dark Amber Leo Prime. That's what it is. I wanted to love that so much. And I really like that interpretation of that character, so I just made one of my own out of the Legacy mold. because that masterpiece is so garbage. I hate it so much. It's probably my biggest regret of the year.
Then didn't they release one?
Masterpiece, yeah.
No.
They released a legacy one.
No, they did not.
Well,
What?
different. They're different. There was a black Lyle convoy that they put out for Legacy, but it's not the exact one that Christian has in terms of or what they did for the MP. The paint schemes are different.
Yep.
It's like kind of like Scourge versus
It's like when
Nemesis.
you gave me
There's
crap,
some
Paul, about the like Nemesis Prime or whatever. What was it, the Japanese version or whatever? And you're like, it's not the same character.
Well, which one is it then?
Which one is which?
So just the deco doesn't match for you?
Who's on first?
It's not the same as Black Convoy versus Nemesis Prime. That's a
right. But I'm saying is what's
I'll
the
die on that hill.
issue? What's the issue with the
Lions?
With the Lions? Yeah.
Yeah. So the one that came out in Legacy is Nemesis Leo Prime, which is vaguely based on Copycat Convoy, and then Dark Amber Leo Prime is Unicron possessing the dead body of Leo Convoy. And it's more in like a traditional Nemesis Prime-y, Scourge-y color scheme.
I see.
See,
Yeah, because
so it is a new character.
Yes. Well, it's Unicron, but yeah. They take the planet eating a little bit literally. In his comic, he chews on the ground of the planet Earth to get energy. He's literally eating the planet, which is kind of cool.
That's a very literal interpretation.
Kind of funny.
Yeah.
So Zaldar in the chat
comic. I was
says,
like, oh, this is interesting.
Allegedly overcharge.
Good. Those are shipping out. Mine arrived the other day.
Yeah, those are here.
So that could go under a Christmas tree. That's next week, man.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Yeah.
Talib says that the only Transformer he has shipping soon is G2 Breakdown. That he's got some G.I. Joe Classified and Secret Wars carded Marvel Legends, but nothing specific for Christmas for himself.
And that Breakdown and his buddy Wheeljack may make it before the end of the year. I think he'll be around the first
they're here.
instead, but
they're here, dog.
They're coming out.
There we go. I just gotta wait for Walmart to drop the price on them and be good to go.
Sure.
It might not take long. They might just lump it all together. Be like, deluxe is $15 or like $5.
I mean, it's happened before, man, where it's like you get like a new wave of stuff that comes right before Christmas and it just gets swept up into the post-Christmas clearance.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say those are like store specific when we've seen that more often than not. But yeah, like you'll just get someone posting on like some Facebook group like, oh, I just found this toy for 3 cents, and it's like been out for a week.
Does he type in all capital letters too?
Yes,
this fictitious person, Phil.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, those sound like some good Christmas presents. I don't know. Do you guys have any specific Christmas memories around Transformers? I mean, I think I've told my story like every year at Christmas at this point. So I want to hear some of yours.
I said this just the other week when we were talking about the new reveals that I distinctly remember getting the Ariel box set for Christmas. That was like a Christmas day at the big extended family. I think, from my grandparents kind of present there. So yeah, that was badass.
So you're excited for new Ariel box then?
I am. Ariel bots have always been kind of been my boys when it comes to combining.
You think you're going to wait for a box of them like we got for the stunts?
No, I don't know. No, I've never been like trying to recapture that aspect of it. It's been more of the playing and interacting with them.
All right.
So,
thought I'd ask.
Yeah. Yeah, because I never got Devastator as a kid, so he was my first combiner, and then like right out of the gate to get all 5 and all of that, and it was just like I didn't have any of the Decepticon jets at that point, so to get transforming jets was big.
Nice.
Yes, Paul.
Well, Phil, what if the box set has a remolded chest for Slingshot, and it's a nice orange little Rolls-Royce grill? Then we all FUCT.
Yeah, and then you do the toy G1 toy head, you know, instead of the animated head like he comes with.
And then they released the Purple Griffin remold of Skylynx, and
I've been saying that for years.
we go, what?
I still want that. I legit want that.
Hey, the world might be your oyster in 2025.
Be interesting.
They have done
Dude,
exclusive commanders before.
We still
That's
got to
true.
get that G2 Motormaster out somewhere.
Yeah, but then that
yeah.
would mean you sacrifice a G2 Motormaster for the Purple Griffin. I don't know.
Worth it.
That's a tough one.
That might be worth it. Oh, that's hard
I
though.
don't know.
We
Yeah,
need
I was gonna say-
some crazy pack of commanders of the Griffin, Big Red, and whatever Hound's hologram transformer dude was named.
Holonix Maximus.
I really hope they never make that. I kind of like that it's just a third party, like non-transforming giant dude. Like that's.
I would like to see it in some art, like on a, you know, the big murals they do for the Titan boxes or whatever. Like, throw it there somewhere in the background. But like, I don't want anything more than that.
I don't want them to actually make something that big. Like that's stupid. Like I don't. Oh, but it transforms into a gas station. Like it wasn't supposed to transform. It's not even real. Like stop. Don't waste good stuff on bad ideas.
Well, Phil, I will briefly recap my Christmas story because mine's also aerial bots, but mine was an Energon.
Ah, there you go.
I got the Energon aerial bots and Constructicons for Christmas all in one go. And it was special because my mom got them for me, and she hated going to Walmart, and she went to the brand new Walmart that opened in Charlotte to get them. And you guys might remember that those were hard to get because they split them up over waves and they were bleh. So my mom really loved me, and she got them for me, and I still have them today.
Those were hard. Those last 2 jets were tough.
Yeah, I didn't get the last 2 until much later. Last 2 either of them, but I had, you know, the 6 that did exist, and those were good. And scrambled them together. Much like you guys did 10 years before that, or 20 years before that.
You guys
Whatever.
are fancy pants Transformers or whatever. Like, I didn't have Transformers money back in the day. Like, I don't think I ever got an actual combiner, like, from Transformers when I was a kid. Like, I got individual ones, but, like, I had to scramble them together and stuff, but I never got, like, a full, like, box set or anything. So, I feel like my Christmas was, like the GoBots Courageous, the power suit combiner. So that was
nice.
That was my combiner. I didn't get Transformers combiners.
That's still pretty neat. Did you have enough GoBots to go in the suits?
Oh, absolutely. No, that's what, like, you know, because everyone shits on GoBots, right? But yeah, no, I had a ton more GoBots as a kid because, like, GoBots were what, like $3 or something like that, right? Like, Transformers was a lot more expensive. So,
Speaking of which, aren't price hikes going into effect in 2025? Voyager's going to be about $40.
I don't think so.
I haven't heard anything about that.
I saw someone post something about that. I
someone
don't know the
posted that
validity.
online, but I don't know.
Were
if
they
that's
talking about
actually-
tariffs? They'd have to change the wholesale cost, which usually they can't kind of do that after they've. Yeah, so I think if there's a price change, it will most likely not incur until the end of 2025 or 2026 beginning.
makes
Paul,
sense.
what is your Christmas Transformer memory?
You know, I was sitting here. You kind of blindsided me with that one. I was like,
I'm
"Whoa,
sorry.
what do I got?" No,
You made the cool graphic. I thought you might have a story.
no, not at all. Probably a more recent Christmas Transformer stories, but I did one popped in there, and it's the house I was born in and grew up in. I was maybe 3. I must have been around 3. That would have been 84, and I had already gotten Optimus Prime for my birthday in September, and so it must have been that same year. I've never really connected this together. I haven't even thought about this in years. So this is an interesting, like I'm learning, I'm reliving this as I speak it to you.
Cool.
So big Christmas party at my parents' house. A lot of my families lived in the same town. They didn't really branch out further from the hometown. 7 brothers and sisters that all had kids. So kind of, these would be big Christmas parties. I was 3 years old. I didn't know everyone was getting blitzed drunk, because I didn't pay attention. But at that, what I do remember is I got Megatron at that, because I opened that in front of everybody, and everyone was like, "Whoa, it's a gun!" like throwing it around. So
you're giving the 3-year-old a gun?
Yeah. I could not transform that thing. Like, I have always kind of had a little bit of disdain for the G1 Megatron toy and been like, that toy fucking sucks, because I couldn't transform it. And when I sort of did, it pinched me too. Because, you could pinch yourself on that if you're a dumb 3-year-old.
Right.
Like, no one everyone was wasted. I mean, looking back, I didn't know that. I thought they were just normal. They just couldn't figure out how to transform him, but they were probably kind of inebriated. So I never got it transformed right, and I kind of never played with that toy after that. I just had it. I knew I had Megatron, but I never played with it because it annoyed me, and it doesn't stand up well in the legs. The hips on it are almost fictitious. You have to imagine them. So, right. And I always hated that. I have never really loved that the G1 toy I love G1, the G1 cartoon. That's what got me. Back in the day, the box art always annoyed me, and the toys annoyed me because they didn't look like the cartoon. And that is why I love shit like MP44 and MP57 and MP52, Starscream, Optimus, and Skyfire. Those. I'm living large with that masterpiece stuff. It really makes me happy. So
but then
kind of
why
goes
do
back
you like
to
Missing
this.
Link so much?
Well, because that is fully toy. That is an alternate reality that Transformers might have been. If Floro Deary or whoever was creatively modifying the toys, this is stupid looking. Let me make it look like a person. It kind of is that alternate universe to me. I guess it's when someone looks at Optimus Prime and just like a picture of Optimus Prime and they imagine the toy, I feel like that should speak to them because they have burned into them the toy design, not the cartoon. So I don't know. That's a great question. Why do I like? I also like from a toy perspective, not really caring about the character so much. I think they're fascinating because they're again the original toy come to life, a little more than it originally was. So that's why I love Missing Link. And that's why I really want a Missing Link Megatron because of this memory now that I'm thinking of it. So that's it. I know I basically remember certain Christmases and what toys I got, but it wasn't like a come to Jesus moment. This is just the memory I have of this.
That was a cute memory. I'm glad you got to dig that back up.
Yeah, kind of fun.
Some of the painful memories. So, but
Lucas, I'm handing it back over to you. I ended up kind of hosting that for a couple minutes there. Sorry.
No. So, Zaldron says
use
that I guess he learned that his brother wasn't allowed to go see the Transformers movie because their mom wouldn't drive him to town because he was 8 months old and, like he himself was 8 months old. So they couldn't leave him alone or take him to the movie. So there's that. So
wow, he could have held the record for youngest person to see the Transformers movie at 8 months old. Oh my god. Traumatized for life just from like the bright lights, not understanding what's going on at all.
One of the Bayverse movies I saw in the theater, there was a family there that brought like a 1-year-old to it, and it was like, oh, why did you do this?
That happened with the first one. That happened to me.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Because I'd already seen it like 4 times. I'm like, you're in a bad world of hurt.
That happened to me, but it was like at one of the Terminator movies when they came out. And I was like, I'm not sure a 1-year-old should be in this, but fair enough.
No, and this was like a 1-year-old that like didn't want to sit still. So it was like run. They sat in like the first row, and so the 1-year-old's like running back and forth, and the parents like, no, you gotta sit still. You gotta sit still. And it's just like, why? Why did you do this to all of us here, including yourselves? Like, this is not going to be a fun afternoon for anyone involved.
Speaking of Transformers movies, Transformers 1 could end up under your Christmas trees this year because it just came out yesterday on Blu-ray and stuff. I got mine.
Yep. For those people that still buy physical media.
Me.
Well, I mean, if you don't have Paramount and you want to see it, like that's the best way to continue to watch it. And honestly, even if you do have Paramount, it can disappear off of that in a heartbeat.
That's true. I would actually highly suggest going and getting that movie because it is a really fun, good movie. I think that'd be a good Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Christian, are there extras on it?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, please report in when you find out.
I will. Yep, it arrived, and that is the extent of my story with it so far.
Okie dokie.
Fair enough.
Knowing is half the story. Wait, what?
And the other piece of news related to that is that apparently the entire script for the movie is now online. And so it's like recontextualizing a couple of the lines that people think are interesting. So, if you're into reading movie scripts, you can now do that for Transformers 1. If you got some time off for the next week or two, maybe give that a read.
You're funny.
Yeah, well, that's why you guys pay me the big bucks.
You're paid.
Do you guys know that next month I'll be on this show for 9 years?
Look at you, veteran. Yeah.
I realized that earlier when we were about to go. I was like, oh, goodness.
I might actually talk to Paul about updating the graphic here because, we had the celebrating 10 years of Transformers podcasting from 2010 to 2020. So maybe in 2025 we'll update it to be 15 years.
Nice. Yeah. No one's ever going to update the opening credits. The opening credits is going to have short-haired Lucas. It's like the only face people are going to recognize.
No, 100% it's not because I had asked Duran if he had the original file they put together. He doesn't. So we have this, other than cutting this up, I guess that we could take the audio and then, sing some other video or whatever. So I guess I could ask Paul. While Paul's gone, I'll just, add a bunch of additional tasks for him.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll
assign
volunteer
all open action items to Paul.
There you go.
I don't know that I have any more Christmas-related questions or stories I can ask or tell you guys.
Yeah.
It's a time of year that I like to catch up on doing my toy hack stickers, so I'll probably be doing a little bit of that. I got a set to make Stalker. That's pretty exciting. Maybe that's with my displays.
Who is he being made from?
The Cyberverse Tarn from the Target 4-pack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they made a couple sets to make that into different things. I thought Stalker made the most sense.
Yeah.
Who can you remind me who Horrible is a remold of?
I think Horrible is being made from Skull Cruncher.
Oh yes. I do remember that. Yeah. Okay. Which my gut would have said Weird Wolf, but Skull Cruncher would work too. I imagine.
I mean, one of those guys from back then.
Yeah.
I think it's Skull
I do
Cruncher.
remember reading it was Skull Cruncher.
But you're right, Weird Wolf would make a little bit more sense. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah.
And then I am interested in what that Optimus is going to be, because all of the animated Optimus decos are really good. Like, if it were Elite Guard, I would be happy. If it were Nemesis, I would be happy. If it were Toxitron, I would be over the moon. So,
I mean, we did already get
here's a question.
Toxitron, so I could kind of see them not.
I just want all the Toxitrons.
Yeah.
Here's a question that my son posed to me. Why isn't Toxitron called Optimus Slime?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Why isn't Shattered Glass Optimus called Optimus Crime?
Oh, that's another good one. Yeah.
Well, there is Sloptimus Crime, but it's kind of a lesser known creation.
That's true.
Paul, little do you know, while you were gone, we actually assigned some tasks to you. So I hope you don't mind. Yeah.
Like what?
Well, I guess there was a request to update our the graphic that I used, the background, since it says celebrating 10 years of podcasting from 2010 to 2020. So the 5-year anniversary of that.
Fair request.
So once every 5 years, and then the other one is the intro. I guess that, but unfortunately, we don't actually have the original what Drawn used to put into that intro. So we would have to take the audio and then somehow create some new video stuff for that too. So
can we not do this on air?
I'm just
that would be great.
Somehow it came up.
Now
I'm
there's
just
a record.
mentioning to you because the thing is I
This
don't
is
want
boring.
you.
This
I
is
don't
not
want
fun.
you.
Very boring.
Paul, I don't want you to message me a week from now to be like, I listened to the show and what the hell were you saying while I was gone?
Got it.
So
Okay,
that's exactly why I'm doing this here.
We could still do it after the show.
That's
true. And no one else would have to hear it.
Look, we're like an hour and 15 minutes in. If people are still listening or whatever, that's their fault.
I know.
They're here for the inside baseball.
I did try to.
Zaldron, that was not. Lucas doesn't know how much you hurt your feelings right there. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez.
I kept us on topic. I tried to end us because I think I'm done with the topic.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Not just
do
me.
everything
I
else.
I think we took it to the end.
Yeah.
Unless we have any chat stories of Christmas we need to tell.
I mean, I know
don't
it's
think we
not
have
the
any
year
of those.
end, but I think this was an okay year for Transformers in general. I don't need to rattle off a bunch of highlights. I think it just my vibe. I'm positive. I'm actually.
We got a movie.
I'm positive rolling into 2025 because I think I got to eat some crow, and I think the Primes line was. I think it might be a hit. Might be.
Find out.
See, I'm kind of worried a little bit with Transformers myself, just because, I feel like some of the stuff didn't hit as much as we would hope, this last year. So, Primes, it seems like is doing pretty well, but the movie didn't perform as well as we were hoping. Again, it's great getting all this stuff on clearance, but you kind of worry. It's well, if you see a ton of stuff in clearance, does that mean that going forward that it's going to be as popular? So, but well,
Yeah, I hear what
we'll
you're
see.
saying, Lucas. On one hand, this was a really fun year to be a Transformers fan. I mean, Transformers 1 was a good time. Earthspark, the second season, wasn't as great as the first season. But, and in the comics been fun. But I feel like when you look at those three, media kind of things out there, the comic is the only one that really feels like it's super popular in its fandom and its media. The movie and Earthspark the cartoon just don't feel like they're grabbing that many non-Transformers fans and bringing them to the table. So hopefully, some things can pick up later on and get a kind of second life, and maybe those things will do that. But at this point, there's a little bit of anxiety being a Transformers fan right now.
Yeah.
Next year, we're getting the new show called Cyber World.
Yeah.
So we'll see that too.
Are we also getting a new video game, Christian?
No.
Oh.
Well, we'll probably get 3 to 4 shovelware games, but Reactivate will not happen.
Yeah, I guess we did get a video game this year.
We got 2, I think.
Yeah.
That racing thing, and then
what was the other thing?
The Earthspark one, was that this year?
This year?
I thought it was just the racing one.
Okay, sure. The racing game. Plus, they launched a new thing with the mobile whatever this week. I don't know, man.
There's a new mobile?
Yeah.
When's that coming out?
I think it's out now. It's not a Transformers mobile. It's like
I want to get like a... Go ahead. Sorry, Christian.
I have no information on it. It's like some sort of collab. I keep seeing an ad for it. Like one of those crazy games on Instagram where you shoot the thing through the gates and it multiplies your soldier dudes. I think there's a Transformers collab with one of those now. Woo.
I do feel like there's another reason for me to want to get a PlayStation 5, which is Marvel Rivals seems to be pretty darn popular. Like, I want to play that.
Yeah, my kids have been fighting over the PlayStation, so
to play that game.
With that game, yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you
next
guys
week we'll be
for
talking.
joining me. Yeah,
next week we're going to talk about our favorites of the year.
Yep.
Counting them down. I don't think it'll be counting down like that, but we got a couple topics. We're thinking about stuff. We're going to have an interesting cast and chat about what we liked. Yeah. Merry Christmas in the meantime. We'll see you when we get back.
Yep. Yeah. Merry Christmas, everyone. I think next week we're doing it after Christmas, right? Is more than likely.
Yes.
So we're not doing it before Christmas. I can guarantee that.
I mean, we could do a Festivus episode and air our grievances.
There you go. What day is Festivus again, Phil?
Monday.
Every day.
23rd.
There you go.
You'll probably see
all my grievances Thursday, will be Chicago sports related.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see everyone next week.
Bye.